for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing and commenting. Big shout out to Peter, who's been requesting us. You've been wondering where I am, but I have like a couple of days rest. So I've been running a lot this week, and I normally just have a couple of days off. So I basically just do what I call a 9 till 5, but it's obviously not 9 till 5. It's basically 5 days on, 2 days off, because me and my friend, we talk about like how society and how the world's pretty much got us locked down in terms of like your workload and things like that. And 5 days a week with 2 days off, they've already worked out that's the optimal amount of time for you to work hard for 5 days and then have 2 days off, and then you can just repeat that over the year. So I apply that into my training, little things like that. So I've had my 2 days off, Friday and Saturday. I've just been out and ran 10k there. I literally had zero energy because of the fact that I had 2 days off. And then once I had done my 10k run, I was flying again. So, yep, we're going to talk about the dry January today. So basically, dry January is like it's like a month where you don't drink any alcohol. And I want to talk about the pros and cons of these months. So when I first started my fitness journey, this is my first race here, was 2021, but the year before that was actually when I first attempted to start, and it was a complete fail. So in January, I had ran for prostate cancer, running basically, you had to run a marathon within the month, and I ended up running 2, so I had run 52 miles in that month, which works out to about 80 kilometers. So that's what kick-started me into thinking, yes, I can do this running and all that. And anyway, I didn't continue. I just basically went in. I think it might went into February, a little bit into March, and then nothing ended up happening all the way until November, when I realised I had promised myself that I was going to start running, and I didn't. So then by the end of that year, I made sure that I would run at least 80 to 100 kilometres and started setting my own goals. So that's basically what I want to go into, is when you are doing dry January, one thing you've got to remember is that's not your goal. Somebody else has set that goal for you. The 30 days, like you haven't. So what I would recommend is for somebody to set themselves 6 weeks and go all the way up until Valentine's Day. And then at least you've both accomplished the 30 days that somebody else has set you, plus another 2 weeks. And then if you are somebody who's got a girlfriend and you do it together, then you can both celebrate that on Valentine's Day. So then you've actually done 6 weeks, and you've also accomplished their goal and yours, and raised the money. And that's some of the positives and the negatives there, because if you just do that 30 days in January and then you just go off drinking for the rest of the year, like you've just done somebody else's goal, and you've basically what some people call flat out February. So you've went dry January, flat out February, and you've undone all that good work that you've done through January. But like I say, you won't be that bothered if you don't understand this thing about setting goals. If that company set your goal for you, or if this month has just set that goal for you, and you haven't extended that by anything else, you're kind of not really going to feel the accomplishment as what you would if you had to set that goal yourself in a different month. You know what I mean? And that's the pros and the negatives of it. Like dry January and then flat out February is a lot of things what people do, and I just find it so cringy. And it's the same with these 30-day challenges. So if you join a challenge online where you could be basically raising money for charity, 100 press-ups every day in January for prostate cancer, yes, this is going to be an excellent thing to help you kickstart your fitness journey. But you've also got to remember is that you haven't set that goal yourself. Somebody else has set that goal for you. So you're going to get less of achievement from it as you would if you had to set yourself the goal on your own, like what I'm doing, which is like trying to do 1,000 push-ups in one day. When I achieved that goal, that was amazing. And now I'm on 1,200. And then within the next couple of the weeks, I'll probably attempt 1,500 in a day. And then because I'm setting that goal myself, I'm getting much more enjoyment out of it because somebody else hasn't set it for us. And the funny thing is with that is I still actually end up doing on average about 100 push-ups a day anyway, because I have big gaps in between the big sessions. So this is the thing with men and their mental health and all these challenges that we have set ourselves and are the ones that other people are setting. We've got to really understand that. So, but if your goal is to raise money for charity because you never have, then totally go off and do one of these challenges. But just remember, don't get stuck into the cycle of doing dry January and then just drinking for the rest of the year, and then next year doing dry January and then just drinking for the rest of the year, or doing 100 push-ups a day for a month and then doing nothing for the whole rest of the year, because that is a cycle that happens every single time. Put in the comments, tell me if you've ever done one of these challenges and you've ever found that you've just basically just totally neglected it for the rest of the year, or are you somebody like me who used it to kickstart your fitness journey. So I think I've done 3 charity things all together now. 2 of them have been successful and 1 of them was a complete fail. But this is the thing, guys, when you set your challenges, you're going to fail them at first. They're not always going to be there. So anyway, I think that's enough on dry January. Oh yeah, I can mention another one, Veganuary. So I started Veganuary this year, and that's another one. But to be honest, I just ended up not being able to do it because I remembered that when I was vegan, how difficult it is to be vegan these days. They've actually killed it off with all this meat. Everything's called non-chicken or non-duck, and to a vegan, like you don't even want to be eating any of this stuff. You need to be replacing the meat with something completely different to a meat alternative. Because in a real vegan diet, there is no meat, there is no fake chicken, there is no fake beef, there is no fake. It's just beans, mate. Basically, you're gonna be eating beans, and that's probably one of the things that people fail on when it comes to vegan diets is they don't understand. They don't understand how essential meat is, or the 9 essential amino acids, like what people like me learn in my courses. So yeah, dry January. Let us know if you're on dry January or if you're somebody that likes to set your own goals, or whether you're happy for somebody else to set your goals for you. So big out. I hope everybody is having a good weekend and hope you're getting your fitness goals in. So my fitness goal this year is basically not to get injured, because every time I set fitness goals in January, I always get injured in January. So I'm not setting any fitness goals until I get through January. January is a goal where I want to at least run 100 kilometers this month. Maybe it's 160. I'm on 50 kilometers for the month so far, so I'm on target for me. So yeah, setting a small goal and then a big goal is always the best way. So like if you're going to do the 30 dry January, add a couple of weeks on for yourself, and you're going to really start to learn about discipline then. So right, see you later, guys. Hope you're all well, and catch you later on in another video.